Do you ever feel undervalued at work? Not paid enough, asked to work long hours, and just overall feel like you're not treated fairly? I've been there, and it's a common feeling today with corporations being more and more stingy in this tough economic climate. There are limited budgets for raises and lots of competition. So how do you get one? And why is negotiation so scary? What's up and happy Monday everyone, Wyler here, and today I'm going to talk about how we can get some more money, because why not? This is my first business episode in a while, and to fit the capitalistic nature of this video, here's a new Call of Duty Black Ops 6 gameplay. It was one of my first gameplays. As you can see, I'm probably ranked 3 or 4 in this video. I've been lucky that I've had great teachers in my life and have gotten a few nice raises and promotions to go along with many rejections, so I think I can offer something on this topic. I learned a lot of this from watching my father's career and then implementing this in my own. And don't get me wrong, this isn't a foolproof system and requires a lot of hard work on your part. It's often a multi-year process of developing some gonads and a good reputation. You can't just be average employee Jimmy and say, hey man, I know you have a constricted budget and everything, and I don't really do anything special for the team, and I'm super replaceable, but can I get a raise? You already know the answer to this question. Put yourself in their shoes and know that it's often not in the boss's best interest to pay you more. So how can we be effective in asking for a raise in a negotiation? It's a complex thing at times, but let's get into it. I've worked in corporate America for a long time now, about 8 years, and I've been successful in this area of my life most of the time when it comes to asking for more money. I've gotten raises successfully, been rejected from them, and I've been in interviewing panels and negotiations, so I have a basic understanding of how this works and kind of what goes on behind the scenes. In a capitalistic society, the company's goal is to maximize their profit, and part of this equation is paying you as little as possible in order for you to stay and continue to do good work. So when you ask them to pay you more, the benefit of you being there has to be greater than the lost money for them of paying you a higher salary. Every time I've gotten a raise, it was due to a few factors. Number 1, being in a situation or team where you're valuable and the team needs you to function. Number 2, having people like you and enjoying work with you, and just being a pleasant person that people want on your team and want to do business with. Number 3, being willing to ask for what you want and stand up for yourself. And finally, number 4, is being willing to walk away or look elsewhere. Giving your life to corporate America is a whole nother topic, and I'm not advocating for this, but it does make you more likely to earn money from them. It can be a total grind, and that's a conversation for another time, as that's also debatable. But you can't just ask for a raise if you've done nothing to earn it, or if they know that you won't leave. Every time I got denied for a raise, it was because I was lacking one of those above points. I knew I needed to stay, and I wasn't quite valuable enough for them to care if I left. Replaceable people aren't valued. Everyone's replaceable to an extent, but some people are much more replaceable than others. I noticed with my father that every time he quit or expressed that he was switching jobs, they responded by giving him more money because they valued him, because he was a great salesman and that he'd likely bring more money to the company, even while paying him more than finding some other guy that was a worse salesman and paid them less. As of this video, I've left 3 corporate jobs in my life, and every single time, because I worked hard and because I was valued, they turned around and offered me either more money or a promotion right before leaving. They either would match my new salary or offering a better title with better benefits and all that kind of stuff. A lot of times they'll cave into your demands if you have the reputation that talks and not just the words. The number 1 thing I'd say that you need to do in order to help yourself getting a raise is to become valuable. Now, none of this plan works unless you're a valuable person with skills that have been proven to succeed in the workplace. This is where the work comes into play, the good old-fashioned hard work. You want to be an important and skilled member of your team, and you need them to need you. You want them to be in a position where they don't want to lose you. You may not need to work long hours to get to this point, but you got to give it good effort to become important in your job. If you put your name on something, make sure it's done right, that people can count on you, and that when your boss sees that your name's on a task, they know that it'll be done right. In all the jobs I've done, I've always strived to develop a good reputation. Once you put in the work to have a good reputation and become important to your team, which can often take years, next you'll need to locate your gonads, grab onto them, and make the tough decision or gamble at times. The next thing you need is leverage. In negotiation, leverage is the power that one side of a negotiation has to influence the other side to move closer to their negotiating position. If you're super replaceable, not really willing to move companies, you have no leverage. When a company knows it needs you and you're valuable, they don't want you to leave. And when they don't want you to leave, they start paying attention if you seem detached or uninterested in them. When you're valuable and have done good work for the company, this is exactly the time to ask for more. A raise, more flexibility, more perks or benefits, that kind of thing. And if they say no, you have a few options. You can continue to work hard and ask another time in the future, or the next option is being willing to walk away. Your leverage in these negotiations comes from the combination of both being good and being willing to walk away. This is the most effective way to get their attention if they want to keep you, is showing willingness to leave. Whether this is just quitting or finding another job offer, this will get their attention. And this isn't foolproof, and many times it won't work, but it's the strongest option we have. We'll call it the nuclear option. It's a gamble for sure, but the one that's most likely to work, since if you're less replaceable than the average person, the company wants to keep you. Remember, it's expensive for a company to hire your replacement, especially if you're good. They might just give you something. But with this option, you need to be careful because it can come off as holding them hostage, and in many cases, they'll just let you walk. But if you actually have another offer lined up, that's great. You go for that one, and all is well with the world. And many times, it'll work out for you regardless. There is no company loyalty anymore as much as there used to be, and you need to be stubborn and almost advocate for yourself. I've always asked for more and oversold myself. If you don't believe in yourself, who else will? At the very minimum, at least pretend to believe in yourself. Don't be afraid to ask for that raise or promotion, and don't be afraid to walk away from that situation that's not treating you fairly. Most of the time you'll get denied, but if you go through the uncomfortable action of advocating for yourself, and if you believe in yourself, eventually others will too. Hope this helps and hope you got something out of this. Leave a comment and like and sub if you haven't, and let me know your thoughts below. Peace out everyone, and happy Monday.